What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at the patch notes for November 16th. We've got the big news. The Ataraxian third part, Yolanakia, is now out and available to run that new dungeon quest for it. Of course, there's quests that coincide with it to get some rewards, and also the actual main quest that ties into that as well. Does look like there's a lot of class changes. There's actually not. It's just a couple of issue fixes, some adjustment for like moveset HP, recovery damage, and a few speed up things for Warrior and Guardian. So not really anything there, but we do have some pretty nice turkey events going on, for lack of a better term, and you'll see why when we get there. So we don't need to read the entire note on the Yolanakia dungeon exists. It's now here. We knew this was coming. Came a bit sooner than I had anticipated, to be quite honest with you. I didn't expect it to come off Global Labs to hit live servers as fast as it did. But it sure as heck did. As far as difficulty, works the same as the other ones with it. So, there's penalty for the Elvia version, doing the upgraded ones, and then not on any of the others, just the Yolu's Cradle penalty applied for that one. The others you don't have to worry about for it if you're just getting your feet wet or maybe trying to run the season for it. You've got weekly quests along with it, and the boxes, you'll still be able to potentially get those Vaha's Dawn earrings, which are the most sought after for turning that in. So something a little extra to get done as people kind of sort through it and get used to the new dungeon for the whatever new mechanics that's going to bring along. Next up, we do have a solo Ataraxian that's available. This is mostly for story mode for completing the quests. If you haven't done them and you don't want to necessarily group up, they just noted it was originally designed as a co-op configuration through all its basic to advanced stages. So quest completion rewards will only be obtainable through the 5-person co-op mode. Additionally, solo mode is currently only available up to Vamalkia and Secregia, the new one that just got released today, does not have a solo mode available, which makes sense. It literally just came out. But once they've had some time to play through it, they say that they will have a solo version for that one as well if you want to get that done. So next up, if we can, we have big news that was also on the Global Labs, and another one I didn't expect to see for quite a few weeks, but pleasantly surprised to see it just a week and a half later, is we have a new family stat quest upgrade, DP +1 and AP +1 for all characters on your family. That is indeed sheet AP for you that you can boost up with, and that's by completing the Kama Sylvia and Odalita quest lines. I hadn't completed either one, so I hate doing quests, but hopefully you don't. You've already got them done, so you can just literally head on over to Marandora for the gift from Papu to get the family DP +1. He's got a little quest you can accept if you've completed the entirety of the Kama Sylvia quest line. You have to have the knowledge for having completed it. And then the Mother's Oracle setup is the Odalita version for this. You head to the Crypt Arresting Thoughts. Mother's Oracle recurring quest increases the family AP +1 as a reward, same as the Marandora one, but just for the other one. You do need to have some items for those quests to actually turn them in, so make sure you take a look at that. I'm sure you saw the prices kind of skyrocket on the market. I did have these just kind of laying around anyhow from random chests from Rift bosses myself, but Forest Ronos ring, Sissel's necklace, Serap's necklace, and Ring of Kadri Guardian. You have to have 3 of these 4, and it can be multiples of the same one. So if you want to pick those up, they did all go up, and these went up significantly in price. Obviously, even before this, even when it was announced on Global Labs, it was pretty high. And you're going to need 3 of these 4: Tongrad ring, necklace, earring, and belt. So if you don't have those already, you may want to either find a spot to grind them out or try and pick them up. But you're going to overpay for what they'll be a month from now. Jumping over to events for this week, we've got Turkey events, as I mentioned before. We've got that Targargo boss is back that does spawn, I think, every year, if I'm not mistaken. So he's got a setup. We've got spawn times depending on your time zone. If you want to check that out, there's a link to the patch notes in the description, so you can click on that to check out when they're spawning for your specific time zone, whether you're NA or EU. So you'll be able to get some stuff dropped from him, taxidermy turkey, furniture type stuff, and then you've got guaranteed dropped on Spirit Pouch, Ferocious Beast, some memory fragments, Cronstones, giant turkey eggs in there as well. We've also got a grind event on. Periodically, as you're killing monsters, you have a chance to spawn a turkey that pops up, and he's going to drop 3 or 4 feathers for you. It's actually pretty lucrative. You're talking 2.5 mil per feather that you're getting off these guys, so it's a pretty cool little spawn to juice up your gains while you're just out there grinding already. And then even more, we've got moles that can appear while you're gathering, and while you're farming, you've got double the odds to have moles appear. That means more blush leaves, blackstones, Spirit Pouch, or Ferocious Beast, as well. Those Dream Horse mats that are pretty decent money. A couple other events that are happening outside of the turkey stuff. We have the Black Friday Daily Special and Pass. This is interesting. You'll see this when we get to the Pearl Shop section, but essentially they're selling a So you're logging in, you're going to get these items. You can see there's a 7-day value pack in there, lots of Cronstones, Artisans. We've got a Griffin pet on day 7. We've got a Shikatu box coming up, Advice of Valks. There's shiny Shikatu seals, etc., etc. You've also got this, I think this is a 50 or 60 stack. That one's a 100 stack. And you see the lock icon on each of these because they're locked behind a pass that you have to pick up in the shop. So it is $23.99 pearls, essentially $24 outside of a bundle. And by doing that, each day that you log in during the next 14 days, you'll get not just the regular the login items, you will get additional ones as well. Leopard pet there. And like I said, that's an Advice of Valks 100 box as well. So it's going to be worth it. I mean, just as far as the items that you're getting, I don't know. I guess it's another way to sell pearls. It's whatever. It's fine. As a bonus here, defeating Eula Nakia's final weapon, you'll get some additional rewards. 100 memory fragments or 200 Cronstones. Your choice on that. And we do have a fresh set of Twitch drops happening until November 23rd. So tune on in to your boy NotTheWorst this weekend. Get those Twitch drops and let's hang out. Moving on past that, we have the class changes. As I said, we've got some improved movement and fluidity increases for Warrior. Slight tweak to Musa Maywell, little HP changes on Nemesis / setups. And then the last only thing that's notable is we do have some animation smoothness being brought over to Guardian, and then changed to deal more damage to enemies in melee range on the Black Spirit Prime Claw reveal, just the Black Spirit one. So other than that, I know it looks like a lot of it was just issue fixes and tweaks and that sort of thing. Content updates, improved items required for the Ataraxian questline to be combined regardless of order when putting them together in your inventory. I suppose that's pretty handy to have. Improves it in different parts of the main quest for Ataraxian as well, which makes sense as they're kind of fine-tuning and introducing things like the solo version. And then we move into some item updates, and this is really good. We've adjusted the drop rate for one of the major loot items in Elvia Calpheon monster zones, the Crystallized Despair, which also gained an additional means to further enhance alchemy stones. So if you didn't know, you can get 200 of them and then a few other items in the recipe, and you can increase your Vel's Heart or whatever alchemy stone that you're running. It will get an additional 2 sheet DP on it. They have now instituted another version of that where you're going to get 100 more Crystallized Despair, and then 50 alchemy stone shards, 25 magical shards, 5 force spheres, and you can make the exalted soul fragment as opposed to the blessed soul fragment before. So let's say you have a blessed Vel's Heart because you've already grinded out the 200 Crystallized Despair on your previous ones. Now you're going to get another 100, and you're going to get the exalted soul fragment. It's going to add an additional 2 DP to your alchemy stone. So you can see this is the blessed before with the 2 DP on the Vel's Heart. Now it is 4, and it also has 4 damage reduction on top of that as opposed to the 2 previously. So nice little boost there. It did, of course, make the price on Crystallized Despair sit at max, and they probably will for a little while now. They do have some changes to the actual grind of Elvia to kind of go inside with this and make it a little easier if you're not at pretty high-end gear to be able to grind, like, let's say, Hex or Quint Hill. So as they've said here, we've adjusted Elvia Calpheon loot along with the changes regarding reform stones mentioned above. Black Distortion Earring will drop with a certain probability after defeating the boss in the Elvia Distortion phenomenon, a game mechanic that occurs in all regions. The Black Distortion Earring, or we'll call it BDE, is still the most popular accessory and has been placed on pre-order for a long time. We've added this to make Elvia Calpheon more popular with an alternative route to obtain this accessory rather than Star's End. However, please note that we kept the characteristic of the previous Star's End. We've adjusted normal loot as well, along with the improvements to the Elvia Distortion phenomenon. First, we've increased loot, increasing the Crystallized Despair, the ones you're going to need to upgrade your Alchemy Stone, in Gahaku Plain, Rudum Station, and Sonal Camp, adjusting Drayelp rates. Some people call them drop rates, but it's Drayelp rates around here, these parts. Drayelp rates, so the BDEs will drop with greater frequency in Elvia Calpheon than the 2 other monster zones, Quint Hill and Hexic Sanctuary. That's worded really, really weird, but if I'm understanding correctly, the bosses from the Gahaku, Rudums, and Sonals have a better chance at dropping the BDE than the Hex or Trolls. I can tell you I did 1 hour of Hex this morning right when servers went up, and I got a boss spawn in 15 minutes, and I got a BDE off him at Hex. Then I had a second one spawn about 15 minutes later and did not get one, so far I'm 1 for 2 on it. Not too upset about it. As far as other increases, pretty much essentially what they said. Notably, they did reduce the Crystallized Despair drop rate by 30% at Quint Hill to try and bring it in line with at least Hex. They increased everything else, so 40% Scorching Sun Shard, Black Stones by 50%, Corrupted Breaths, whatever. Sealed Black Magic Crystals by 20%. Hex seems to have gotten overall the most boost, considering it's now going to drop BDEs. It's got a Scorching Sun Shard increase by 70%, Blackstones by 50% as well, Corrupted Breath, don't care, and Sealed Black Magic Crystals by 30%, and it didn't have a nerf to its Crystallized Despair. It did drop a bit less than Quint Hill, however, it was it was right about 30% less than Quint Hill, so that's about in line with how often they would drop. The others all got increases to it as far as the Crystallized Despair amount. Kahaku playing 30%, Rudim's at 40%, and Sonocamp getting a 70% increased drop rate on Crystallized Despair. So if you got nothing better to do, head on out there and go ahead and try and grind out your Despairs to get your upgrades onto it. Other than that, we have just a few quest tweaks, NPC updates, UI, and issue fixes, you know the drill on that stuff. So let's jump on over to the Pearl Shop, take a look at what we got going on this week. So first up, the Daily Special Pass. We talked about this in the events here. As I said, $23.99 pearls to get access to those bonus items. They show them to you again here, so there is that. We've got the Black Friday Penta Premium Pack. You don't have to wait for Black Friday for this one. It's on sale now. It is 5 outfits at 11,050 pearls if you want to pick that up. We've got 2 Black Artisan Packs, level 1 at 3,000 pearls, level 2 at 5,200 pearls. It's going to get you 200 Artisans, a bonus of 50, Enhancement Help Kit, level 3, 2 Mystical Cronstone bundles, 250 stacks, and a 60 stack as well. We got 1+1 Energy Tonics. We got 1+1 Aliens Tears. We got the Guardians of Ataraxian box at 1,100 pearls. If you are trying to pick up a little RNG box, that's the one that we have there. There's a 3+1 available for it, so buy 3, get 1 free on that. It's 3,300 pearls. We've got the Newborn Crimson Dragon pack back on sale again. He's 770 pearls. Make sure you choose which one that you want based on the the different skill boosts that you get. That's just each of them. Then we've got 20% off on outfit category, just period. Premium, classic, and outfit sets in general. 30% off on costume category. 70% off on underwear. Time for you to change those. 70% off on accessories. 30% off on horse gear. 30% off wagon category. Then we've got the Monday specials continuing as we've had so far this month. Monday and Tuesday, rather. The Pearl Shop special, 100 silver to get 50 Cronstones, 2 Blessed Message scrolls, 3 item drop scrolls, and 1 300% scroll, and you can double up and get that again this coming Tuesday. So there you have it for this week's Pearl Shop updates. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos do go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there's a link to my Twitch page in the description down below. Jump on over there, drop a follow so you get notifications for that as well. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.